It's time for the Damn Sports Show, presented by Real Sports Cards in Waupun, featuring Mr. Smooth himself.
My who's hot is Wally.
Yeah, that's fair.
Smoking hot.
Corey Sparks. And a real athlete.
I am an athlete. I am going to show up and dominate.
Wally Lukaczynski, covering everything Titletown and pro college and high school sports around South Central Wisconsin. Here are these heroes. Really heroes?
Just proving the hero that I am, just in the nick of time to be tortured for all of your enjoyments at home.
Okay, here are these heroes now. Broadcasting live on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, Daily Dodge TV, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is deja vu. We're back here by the Beaver Dam softball field for the second time in the last 3 days on the air here for the Dam Sports Show, streaming live on Daily Dodge TV. 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and the brand new ESPN Wisconsin app gives you live listening experience, show replays, exclusive content just for you. It's all in the brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The Wisconsin sports fans' best way to stay in touch with their favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows and keep up with their favorite teams. Find the brand new ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. Oh, we're well equipped. We got the Gatorade and everything. Appreciate you, Jeff Eberle.
This guy's fantastic. He even let me drive around yesterday right out here on the field.
That was a choice.
To do some work.
You did well, though.
Yeah, I got the bumper rake and everything. The field's looking good. I'm not taking credit for it. Exactly.
Got to fix the field, dude.
We thought we were done with practice. He's like, you can't do that. You got work to do, buddy. Hop right on that thing, and all of a sudden, yeah, we exactly. See, this is why you're the man, Jeff. First of all, it brings us up another Gatorade today. We even talked about it. We're like, which is the best Gatorade flavor the other day? It was lemon lime and fruit punch. 1A, 1B. You literally just, this guy
brought us
both.
For us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey,
of course.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. We appreciate you too, Jeff.
That wonderful voice you hear is Jeff Eberle in the distance. He makes sure all of the fields here, baseball, softball, everything in between, looks immaculate for these regional final games, which we have one of today. Wally Lukaczynski is here to my left on the bleachers, the little grandstand set up behind the Beaver Dam softball field. I'm Corey Sparks here with you. Aiden Voigt is on site as our video engineer and our audio/radio engineer. At the 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam station is Jack Wilski. We're on remote again, and we also have a show that's cut in half, kind of. So from 4 to 4:30, we'll be doing our Thursday edition of the Damn Sports Show. We're going to start out by talking about something we just alluded to, which was me and Wally practiced with the Beaver Dam baseball and the Beaver Dam softball teams in the middle of a playoff run, mind you. So shout out to Quinn Hines for that one, and shout out to Nate Wilkie of the baseball team as they have to start the playoffs on Tuesday. And they let a couple of goons go out there and record and practice with them. We let them finish their actual activities, and then as kind of a cool down, we went through both of those. It, in combination, was probably about 40 to 45 minutes between the two practices, but without getting too descriptive, you took a beating.
Oh my gosh, I am so embarrassed to say this. I'm wearing a knee brace right now. Because yesterday we're taking, at this point it was infield practice, and you and I were told that we are going to turn a double play. All right, sounds great.
And
sounds good,
did.
Coach. And what happens, I'm out there in my gym shoes. It's got a little bit damp of bases, and I didn't think anything of it. So what do? You flipped it over to me at second base. I step on second, and my leg just gives out.
I think I threw you a low ball. I'm still looking back at it. I think if Corey throws you one that's like 6 inches, a foot higher, maybe that doesn't happen.
You're being too hard on yourself.
I brought you down to the bag.
I was in trouble any way you slice it, and I fell, and today my knee is swollen. I couldn't sleep last night. My knee was throbbing. I'm at that point where I'm trying to figure out, all right, Wally, is this just that you're just this big fella that's like out of shape and your knees are just like, please stop running? Or did perhaps Wally do something? So over the next week, I'm going to be taking quite a bit of ibuprofen, and I am hoping that this naturally goes away, and I'm back on top of the world next week. Bad timing, considering the fact what we have going on tomorrow
You
and
have
Saturday.
to play 27 holes of golf, which...
With my hair on the line.
A typical golf swing involves a little bit of torque, some stress on which knee did you hurt?
My right knee.
Okay. So the left one's the one you're going to be pivoting into. So if we want to go glass half full here, I guess you hurt the correct knee because you're taking weight off of that back knee and transferring it to the front one.
Well, I'm even trying to think right now as I'm like trying to fake faux pas swing.
It's still not going to feel good.
It's not going to feel good. This is where I need to go back in time, and I wish that I was smart enough to be like, hey, maybe we do the practice not 2 days before we go out to the golf course. Instead, hair is on the line. Wally's going to have to go out there like Kirk Gibson, like this is the 86 World Series, and I'm going to have to do something that Vin Scully is going to be sitting there, wherever he is, though, looking down on us right now and doing the, I can't believe what I just saw.
Man, legendary call. So we had some fun yesterday. Baseball had us start out taking BP. That was first couple of pitches took us a while to get the hang of it, and then you hit some line shots. I think you got me on the ledger there. You had a way better BP session. Then we took some grounders. You were on the hot corner. I just realized you took the hot corner like all afternoon, so I owe you one there. I was taking shortstop. Then we turned 2 a couple times. The incident happened, and coach is like, okay, we're going to switch off that. And we went to the outfield, shagged some fly balls, hit our cutoff man, and then, of course, had to throw it home. You had a few nice throws home, some on the baseball field, and then you threw a seed on the softball field. It was literally a strike from, like, the middle of center field. Just if you're watching on Daily Dodge TV later when we're doing the softball game, Beaver Dam softball, those 3 words speckled across the center field wall. Right in front of Dam, Wally just threw a seed to home plate. So that was pretty cool. And then for softball, we were fielding some grounders, shagging some fly balls. And then we did a relay race. Second base team, home plate team. A little controversy there on some players who may have left a little early to gain an advantage, but I think my team won.
I think that when we look back at history, they are going to remember that the home plate team, which you will see, I'm not going to spoil too much. Actually, I'm pretty much just directly spoiling it right now. But we fell short by about a stride or 2.
It was close.
But the way this works is you have 6 or 7 people.
By an early start, maybe.
Well, that's
Lost
the key.
by an early start.
And I know that some of my teammates yesterday out there were not happy. And I think we caught that on camera. I'm excited for the video to come out.
You got the voices. I don't know if you're going to be able to pin who said what, but it was funny.
And I tell you what, that we got jobbed yesterday. So when history looks back, it's going to be one of those, they vacated your win. They're going to award it to us, as they should.
Did Ryan Braun lose the NL MVP award to Matt Kemp after he got correct for...
I mean, he should have.
I don't think he did.
He should have.
I think he still has the award.
Well, that's one of those things where depending on where you stand on with the whole steroid stuff, I've gone on record where it's like, hey, you know what? It's Major League Baseball's Hall of Fame is a museum. Hall of Fames in general are a museum, and you can't just whitewash history and pretend that something never happened. So like, having people like Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame for gambling on baseball, he's the all-time hit leader. You have to have him in there. You have Shoeless Joe Jackson, you're going back 100 years. One of the best players ever. And it's still controversial if he was a part of that.
We're starting to redact, though. We're starting to go back.
We're finally starting to understand that, hey, you know what? You can't pretend that this massive era of baseball just didn't happen. I mean, the 90s, for better or worse, were some of the most enjoyable and fun times in Major League Baseball history. And what happened after the 2000s came around?
Dead ball era. Yeah.
Dead ball basically came back for 10 years, lost a lot of enjoyment, lost a lot of juice.
Aaron Judge showed us, though.
Juice.
And unless we get, it did lose a lot of juice. Aaron Judge showed us, unless, I mean, granted, he's like 6'5", 270. Unless something comes out about him, you can hit 62 and you're clean.
I mean, it certainly helps when you can hit a 260-foot fly ball to right field in New York.
The
Yankee
short porch
Stadium.
helps.
Doesn't
it does.
hurt.
Good reference in the game on Tuesday. Coach Hines enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I'm glad he did.
Yankee Stadium reference on a deep fly ball to left field.
Yeah, that was probably right about 5 feet to the left of Benny the Golden Beaver out there in left center field, and hit that. What is it called? PCP pipe. Is that what it is?
It's PBC.
PBC, okay. All right, again, I'm 21st century man. I failed you at home. But it hit right below that yellow line and just deadened the ball right there. We're
PVC. Sorry.
Wow, so we both are 21st
Home
century
Depot.
men right here.
What does it stand for?
Good question. That's one that for you in the Google machine.
Polyvinyl chloride.
Oh, of course.
Does that look like polyvinyl chloride to you?
It's got to be.
Yeah. Passes the eye test.
It passes the eye test.
Looks
and that
like
thing
polyvinyl chloride to me.
Hit the PVC pipe, fell straight down, and all of a sudden we were I would say 3 feet. It's more like a foot away from the Golden Beavers getting their 10th home run of the year, which ruined my call. My bold prediction was we were going to get to number 10 for the Golden Beavers on home runs, and we missed it by that much.
You can back it up today if you want.
Do I get any credit for doing double or nothing and saying it happens today? I don't know if I do.
You can. So at about 4:30, we're going to switch over. We'll still be on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Daily Dodge TV, you'll have to jump streams. This is going to turn into the pregame show for Slinger at Beaver Dam Softball. It's a regional final. A trophy will be risen today on the Beaver Dam Softball field in just a couple of hours. It's a 4-5 matchup, the second round of the WIAA Division I softball playoffs. And the winner is going to go up against the winner of a 1-8 matchup. It's Watertown, familiar foe for the Golden Beavers. Great, healthy rivalry going on there. Had a couple of competitive games this season. And West Bend West, who's in the North Shore Conference, the same conference as Slinger. So that's the teaser for later. Well, we'll talk more about the matchup in general and dive into some different numbers. We have a great interview with head coach Quinn Hines that will air at the beginning of the pregame show. But the Dam Sports Show, that we are with you from 4 until 4:30, and we are brought to you by Real Sports Cards in Waupun. If you're looking for a one-stop shop for all things sports cards, you can head on over to Real Sports Cards in Waupun, or you can check out the Real Sports Cards app. If you're into those sports cards, Pokemon cards, anything in between, Real Sports Cards, our buddy Tom has you covered with live break streaming right on the app. You can grab individual cards on the go, be a part of a group, and watch for your favorite players and teams as the packs get opened in real time. Go to the Apple or Google Play Store today, look for the orange logo, and take your collection to the next level with Real Sports Cards. My favorite feature, you can buy into a live break and select a specific team, like the Crew, like the Green and Gold, like Milwaukee Basketball. And then whatever the break is, it's going to be for that team, and you have a greater chance at getting a Giannis, a Jackson Churio, a Christian Yelich, a Jordan Love, a Josh Jacobs. Cool stuff there. They are your local resource for all things sports cards, Pokemon cards, and more. That is Real Sports Cards in Waupun and the Real Sports Cards app. So our practice went, I will say, very difficult. I feel better than our recent performances. Not that that's saying much. I guess for mine, I'm referring to the basketball practice I got put through in November, just before the Slam at the Dam, before they tipped off their season. And for you, we would be referring to your bowling bonanza. Yeah. A lot of people like to use the word asterisk to describe. Other people just like to point out the fact that you got dinosaur ramp taken away from you and not returned by a 4 to 5-year-old girl. Or the 80 average.
About enough.
75-80 average.
Nobody talks about that enough, by the way.
She did you a favor. That ramp was not good.
The ramps in general, I guess when you think about it, looking back, you don't have ramps typically without those bumpers.
Right.
And
in your scenario, the ramp was not doing you any favors.
No, because it's aiming straight ahead, and you're just naturally expecting it. Hey, if it's basically just going to be funneled down the lane, but it has that natural spin. So I was doing everything I could to go straight. I embarrassed myself on a lot of fronts that day.
Basketball was not a good showing for me.
Well, I think yesterday earned you a lot of brownie points with me because I was giving you such a hard time during that entire practice for you. And now looking back, because yesterday we had Coach Wilkie over there on the baseball field right after, and he couldn't be more right. There's too many people out there like, you don't have to be an athlete to be a baseball or a softball player.
There are so many, you could say this for any sport, there are so many armchair athletes referring to themselves as, I could have made that play on the baseball dime. I feel like baseball and football, we really fall victim to that.
100%.
And it is not easy. I would put baseball and softball up there as some of the hardest sports out there, purely off the reaction time aspect. We were taking BP. Coach Wilkie was probably throwing 40 miles an hour?
Maybe.
And even that took a little bit to go, I need to get up on this.
I did swing and miss one time.
I did too.
Outside of that, I did put some good contact out there. I was proud of that.
You did. You had a good BP session.
It was a good showing.
I was rolling over on it a lot. You were hitting some line shots.
Well, you were doing good though. You got it. You kept it on the ground. My problem is I just kept piping in the left field, just giving routine.
They were
fly
liners
balls.
though.
They were liners again.
And the wind was blowing in.
That's
unironically, it was blowing in.
That's something that
history
will remember.
Yes.
So I'm happy that you brought that up.
Roll back the exit velo on that.
But the reason I brought up the athlete thing in general is we run the bases, we immediately do BP, then we go into the infield and do some drills there, then you go shag some fly balls. I was genuinely gassed.
Oh yeah, you start sweating quick.
I was like, this is not what I expected. I wore a hoodie going out there. Like, this is going to be a light work. I'm in the best shape of my life, as they like to say in sports, which probably a little fabricated. But I was not in the shape I thought it was. I had the players literally actively laughing at me while I was laying on the ground recovering from probably a torn ACL, and let's just probably call it what it is. And
pretty insensitive of them.
And that's why immediately I just tell them right there. You'll see on the clip
nice.
when it comes out. That was not very nice, guys. Except it was kind of coming out more like, that wasn't nice. That wasn't very nice.
Between the gasps of air you were taking.
And then we come over here. I felt bad for the poor softball team. They got hobbled Wally going in, and thank God that Coach Hines was very kind to be hitting pop flies and flyouts directly to me to make sure that I was not working on that.
I'm always impressed at Coach's ability to do that. I'm sure it's an acquired skill. I'm sure from day one you can't just do it.
It's a skill, though.
Like, hey, I'm going to pull this ball on the ground over to the third baseman. Now the shortstop. Now the second baseman. Now over to first. All right, you're in center. I'm going to hit it. I need you to trace in a little bit, so I'm going to hit it slightly in front of you, and then you're going to make the throw home.
It was
or
insane.
Your cutoff. Like, the accuracy is actually crazy.
It was, and then the fact that, like, sometimes he was like, you know what, I'm going to make him work for this. But then you and I are out there. All of a sudden, I noticed he took it very nice on us. I'm like, Coach, my man, making sure he was hitting those routine fly balls right to me. I'm not moving.
The ball caught us.
It really did, and that made it easy. You mentioned the strike to home. That helps because I took about 2 steps, and at that point, the knee was done. So I'm like, cool, I'm not going to be chasing this fly ball. So I caught it and just got to throw it home. And thank God for Coach Hines. He made me look better than I had any right to look yesterday.
This is the Thursday edition of the Dam Sports Show, streaming live to you on Daily Dodge TV, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, and the brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. This is Thursday, meaning we close today's show with Out of Bounds. That is on the other side of the break. And then we will have to bid you farewell. Oh, my goodness. We don't have Friday picks, and it's not Friday, so we're going to have to do something.
Oh, we can do Friday picks here in a second. During the break, we'll call up 3. We'll do a joint Friday picks Out of Bounds.
Okay, better to catch that now than never, I guess, but kind of last minute. We will do that Friday picks on Thursday with Out of Bounds. Then a softball game on the other side of the break here on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV. lot of movement here in the second and final block of the day and the week here on the Dam Sports Show. We will be passing it off to our friends over at Kyle Bruss and Nortman from 2 until 5 p.m. on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and the ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channels tomorrow, because we have the Good Karma Brands, or the John Moser Good Karma Brands Children's Radiothon golf outing. So we will be doing that, and then you're going to golf again on Saturday against McKenna Nelson. So with that, quickly realized before the end of this segment, okay, we don't only just have to do Out of Bounds, we have to do our Friday picks, because today essentially is our Friday. And then our producer, poor Jack, back at the station, goes, dude, on the sticky note, I put, we're calling Hunter today, because typically we do, but Hunter has other plans, and I did not note that. So I apologize. I'm a mess. We're moving a lot of things around today.
This is a team effort, so you don't get to claim the mess is you. This is a team mess right here. We're going to clean it up, though. I have 3 games. I picked through.
I appreciate you doing that.
We got 2 of them that are going to have to be picked tonight, because we don't know if we're getting a game 6 in the NBA and NHL
but the
conference
Thunder moving on in
finals.
5.
Yeah, I know. That was unfortunately
I
very
wanted
quick.
more than that.
Yeah, I was rooting for the same in that Panthers and Hurricanes series. Unfortunately,
So was
the Panthers, just a wagon in their own right, did not have any of that to go. So we're going to start, first of all, on the baseball diamond. How about the Fightin' Phils hosting the Milwaukee Brewers tomorrow, coming off their first sweep of the year? Corey Sparks, do the Brewers stay hot and get another win?
So they're not going to have to face Zach Wheeler, because he's going tonight in the second leg of a doubleheader. I think we see a slight correction here. I'm a big trends guy. I know the Brewers are hot. They've won 4 in a row coming off their first sweep. They're 11-18 on the road. And the Phillies look like one of the best teams, not only in the NL, but in MLB. I know I joke around a lot about my fake belief in the Brewers having the Cubs background. I do think they're going to be like a mid to high 80s win team, if not more, especially once the rotation gets healthy. The Phillies are simply a top 3 team in baseball right now, and the Brewers are not, and I think we see that. So I'm going to go with the Fightin' Phils, especially considering it's on the road for the Crew.
2 thumbs down to that pick. I'm telling you why the Brewers are going to win, because you are right that we are going to see a little bit of a regression to the mean. The Brewers aren't this bad on the road. I refuse to believe that this is going to be a trend that continues all year. So I think that you're actually going to see the Brewers go in. They're going to take game 1. I've got a feeling they're taking 2 out of 3. I think that they kind of sandwich this. They win game 1. They win game 3.
They're going to get hot like the Pirates.
They're going to get white hot like the Pirates. Right, the Pirates, best team in baseball probably right now. People are talking.
Probably.
The best 15-game under 500 team at the end of May in the history of baseball.
They're a strong, 21-36?
Yeah, they're very strong 21-36 right now.
They don't play like their record. That's not a cliche at all.
No, of course not. So I think you're going to see the Brewers win 2 out of 3 in this series. I think you're going to see them start to climb a little bit over 500 and make you sweat just a little bit.
Okay, so that will tie us up when the Phillies win. What is your next game?
All right, how about we're going to go with the couple conference finals games tonight. We'll start with the NBA. So the Pacers are in New York with an opportunity to finish the series, and I'm going to just start with this one and tell you, I think they do it. I think that the Knicks are going to be looking for a reason to quit. I think the Knickerbockers are done. The fun season, the magical ride, you beat the Celtics, this is the year New York. It's all going to come to an end because this Pacers team, it feels like a team of destiny. You earlier today brought up the 2011 Dallas Mavericks, and that is kind of the same feeling I'm getting right now, where this is a team that's just going to keep taking Goliath after Goliath and just taking them down. Another short series for the Pacers. Give me the win for Indiana.
I am torn. Because you know me, I'm a big, big advocate for when your back is against the wall, you just elevate. I don't think the Knicks force it to 6 either. Because I thought the same exact thing was going to happen with the Timberwolves yesterday. 2 completely different matchups. I don't think Ant has nearly enough help. I think the Knicks are more well-rounded. Something about the Pacers.
Something about this Pacers team, man. It's a special group.
Pacers Thunder feels like it's destined to happen. And we were shown, just because the team's back is against the wall, that doesn't mean they're not prone to scoring less than 10 points in the first quarter. I have never seen a team shoot so dry in the postseason to start a game. I think ever. Like, the games that I've physically watched, I'm sure there have been some.
Tell you what, the T-Wolves last night were doing their best to follow that up.
It was horrible.
Not great. Not great, Bob.
Yeah. So I'm actually with you on that one.
Okay.
I think Pacers in 5.
So at this point, we could be looking at either a Wally 2-game lead or a tie, depending on what the Brewers do tomorrow night. We're going to also wrap up with the hockey conference finals game from the Western Conference. How about the Dallas Stars? They start this series 1-0. They get a come-from-behind win against McDavid and that wonderful, I'd like to say wonderful Oilers team. It's McDavid and Draisaitl. And they fall 3 straight times now, and it feels like this is McDavid's year. I've got a really weird feeling about it, but I think they're going to make him at least wait one more day. I think Dallas does defend home ice. I think they're going to force it back to 6, and that's where you're going to see the Oil come out on top. But tonight, and just for the night, the Dallas Stars get it done, and we get a little bit more of the Mikko Rantanen magic.
Man, Wally, you just took the words right out of my mouth. I'm also going to go with the Stars.
Stars, man.
Submit.
Well, there you go. So now, if you're taking 2 out of 3, we are either once again going to be tied next
Might
week.
be hedging a little bit.
Or
Just a bit.
I am going to be 2 games up, and all of a sudden 2 games with about a month to go feels like a stranglehold.
I'm sorry, Brewers fans. I will gladly eat my words, but I feel very good about my odds.
No, I'm feeling good. Vegas has the Brewers tomorrow as a plus 125 winner. I'm going to...
Wait. Oh, okay. No, the series starts tomorrow. I was like, why are we randomly taking game 2? Never mind. Okay,
Nope.
Okay.
We got the...
Making sure you didn't handpick a pitching matchup or something.
No, that'd be awesome, actually. I wish I had that kind of meanness in my soul, but no, you're gonna see it happen. Brewers are gonna get it done. They're gonna make me proud, and we're gonna be back here making you eat your words on Monday.
Okay, perfect. The one thing we have not talked, I think, nearly enough about is what you'll be doing on Saturday. So, of course, we have the Good Karma Brands John Moser Children's Radiothon golf outing at Old Hick tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the rain that is starting to sneak in as a possibility just completely vanishes by the morning of. I have nothing but hope with that. It's looked fine all week.
Now it's on you for saying this, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. Doing the anti-rain dance here. But then you, on Saturday, starting at 8 a.m., are going up against 2024 Girls Golf State Champion McKenna Nelson. And the stipulations are as follows. You are getting 2 strokes per hole. So essentially, let's assume she's a scratch golfer, and that might be downplaying it a bit. Let's say you get lucky and she shoots a 36, 37. You got to shoot like a 54 to make this ball game, right? You're both going to be going off of the white tees.
That's terrifying.
And you're going to be playing about a 3,300-yard 9-hole course, which is not short, not straight, and not without hazards. There's OB on pretty much every hole from what I've been looking at. 14 is a nightmare. The green is engulfed and surrounded by water. So good luck. That will be happening, and then come next week, the loser of that, per the 2-stroke per hole rule, or 18 over 9, has to get their head shaved.
Yes, they do. And I was a little bit more comfortable until yesterday. McKenna Nelson did not seem to be as rattled by my trash talk.
Well, right after she told you that she has played this course 150-plus times.
And I tried to, fish the strategy going out a little bit, and she basically said, I'm going out to have fun. And when I didn't hear any ounce of nerves...
Oh, this is a walk in the park for her.
I'd be really lying to say that didn't rattle me just a little bit. So that means I'm going to have to be extra mean tomorrow. Or Saturday, that is.
Don't be mean tomorrow.
No, I might be mean tomorrow, too. Just, really get in front of this.
We're going to scramble for charity.
We are. Well, yeah, that'd probably be a tough place. But, hey, you got to keep everybody on their toes.
Oh, of course.
And I think tomorrow is going to be a great opportunity for me to get a lay of the land. That back 9 I'm going to be extra focused on. And I think that when we get to Saturday morning, I'm going to be feeling great again. I'm going to be hammering the ibuprofen. This knee's going to be as good as new, or probably close to it, after my ACL magically recovers itself. And I'm going to go out and shock the world, much like App State did back in, 2005, 2006? It would have been 2007, actually. Nice job, Wally. Stay hot.
There you go.
And I'm going to beat McKenna Nelson. I'm going to be the state champion by proxy in women's golf. And she's going to get very comfortable sleeping with a shaved head at night. It's very comfortable in the summer, so I'm very excited for her to get that experience.
Should ride in a convertible. I feel like that would feel great, right?
It does feel
great. The
great.
wind just flowing through your, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going through what used to be a hairline.
Off your head.
That's fine. You know what? Maybe I'll look a little bit like pre-Turkey visit LeBron, and that's okay with me.
Before we kick it to break and conclude the Damn Sports Show for this week on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV. A quick reminder, once again, if you are looking for a one-stop shop for all things sports cards, make sure you head on over to Real Sports Cards in Waupun or check out their app, whether you are into sports cards or Pokemon cards or anything in between. Real Sports Cards has you covered with live break streaming right on the app. You can grab individual cards on the go, be a part of a group, and watch for your favorite players and teams as the packs get opened in real time. Go to the Apple or Google Play Store today. Super simple. Look for the bright orange logo and take your collection to the next level with Real Sports Cards in Waupun and the Real Sports Cards app. They are your local resource for all things sports cards, Pokemon cards, and more. Last note before we kick it to break and go into softball pregame coverage, I thought her answer on what your first shot is going to look like was hilarious because she did the theatric approach. She went, I think it'll go right down the middle.
Which
Pause.
she was right.
Ellipses, because you're going to top it.
And you know what?
It's hard to slice a top.
I'm not going to let that distract me because I know that she's worried that I am going to go right down the middle.
And
yeah,
top it.
she's already trying to talk me out of, oh, he's only going to hit it 50 yards. No. I'm going to not only drill this in Bryson DeChambeau style.
You're getting 2 strokes a hole depending on the length of the hole. Again, you're playing a long 9 holes. Maybe 50 yards dead straight wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Maybe, you know what, that's a fair point, but I'm going to be, the swing rate's going to be impeccably fast.
Ooh.
I'm going to go, I think probably
Not even the swing
220.
speed, the swing rate.
The swing rate, whatever you want to call it, speed 2, that the head of the club, insert golf jargon here, I'm a dimple head. So 220 right up the middle, probably being a little conservative.
All right, we will kick it to break here. Best of luck to you, I do mean that, especially with the knee. We'll kick it to break. This has been the Dam Sports Show on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, Daily Dodge TV, and the brand new ESPN Wisconsin app.